Welcome to Click Academic. This is lesson 4 on the series Differential and Integral Calculus. We will be discussing limits in this function. So, what is a limit? What is a limit? We have discussed values of functions at points. So, a limit is not actually the value of a function at a point, but more like it's closer to a value of function as it approaches a certain point. Before it gets to that point, when it's very close. That is basically what a limit is. There's a more technical definition, you can look that up, but basically what limits are values of functions as they approach a certain point. So it's actually written like, let's say, lim as maybe x tends to a of f of x. This is how limits are written. So they have a few basic rules, algebraic rules. It says, for instance, if I have 2, limit as x tends to a of f of x plus g of x. This is the same thing as limits of them separately. F of x plus limit as x tends to a of g of x. We separate them in this case. This is for plus or minus. Whether addition or subtraction, the same thing. For division is the same thing. If we have two functions as x tends to a divided by g of x. This, I write it as limit as x tends to a of f of x divided by limit as x tends to a of g of x. We separate this also. Limits of a constant as x tends to a of a constant. K is a constant, it's just k. So these are just simple hints that we use. For multiplication is also the same, but these are just simple hints that we use. So when we are trying to find limits, the thing that we avoid most of all when dealing with limits, what we avoid most of all is division by 0. We have tried to avoid division by 0. So it means, for a simple example now, we'll just touch a simple example for now. So this example, if we are trying to find limit as x tends to 1 of f of x, where f of x is, let's say, 2x squared plus 3x plus 4. I mentioned earlier we try to avoid division by 0, but in this case we can see this is a safe case. So what I just do for this limit, I just substitute the limit directly into the equation. This is 2, 1 squared plus 3 times 1 plus 4, which is equals to 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is, this is 5 plus 4, which is 9. So the limit is 9. The limit for this function is 9. So this is a very simple example for you to see the basic idea of limits. In our next lesson, we will try to show you more complicated concepts that you'll be able to apply, be able to solve your limits with them. Thank you.